Coach Grayson was saying that the anchor feels better than what he thought it was going to feel. What was he able to do today, practice-wise?
Not much,
Yeah. He said he's calls himself questionable. Is that what you're calling him as well?
Yes.
Okay. I do find it interesting in terms of Devin after the game was saying that when things get stagnant or things get off or you guys start losing, that you separate. Has that been something that, how much has that played you guys? You feel
Not more than any other team I've been a part of. I mean, when things go wrong in game, there's always that let's figure out like what's happening. There's going to be frustration, especially if you get that down in 2 games in a row by double digits, but we got a connected group and, we do a good job working through those things.
Is there the carryover? How do you stop that from bleeding into the actual play?
No, I mean, I think it's you head it off, right when it happens.
Okay.
You know what I mean? In game and then post game, and you come into work next day and, everybody's back where they should be.
Okay. When you look at that third quarter, you had mentioned that you felt like there were some lost possessions offensively. When you went back and looked at the film, I'm sure turnovers were part of it, but what kind of got away process-wise?
Yeah, we got to handle our pressure smarter, and we got to be smarter in how we're attacking, their defense. They have an elite defense, but there's areas that we want to attack within it, and the amount of movement that we want to get, within that to generate more rotations. I thought we did it well in the first half, and when they made a run, I thought we reverted and got away from our movement. So we have to sustain it for 48 minutes.
You guys held them to 105, and defensively, that should be good enough.
With 30 points off turnovers.
Right.
So we're feeling good about what we're trying to do defensively. There's still a lot of ways we can be better with it. But we got to continue to do it too.
On those rotations with the closeouts, was that an area defensively you could probably take it up a notch?
Yeah, I mean, we did a decent job on some of them, but definitely can be better.
To Gerald's point, it was a really good defensive performance, but I was curious on your perspective on Conley and McDaniels, just how you watched their baskets going back and the trade-off there that you're trying to.
Yeah, we got to guard those guys. They're good players. I mean, we just didn't do a good enough job on them.
Devin always, when you ask about overcoming adversity or stopping a run, the first thing he always says all the time is communicate. What ways do you need to communicate better?
Just talking out what's happening within the game. If we're stalling out offensively, just talking to each other in terms of our spacing and the actions that we're running and how we want to attack. And if it's happening on the defensive side, get our coverages tight.
You guys got better at that throughout the season.
Of course.
How well is the team executing the game plan from game to game?
Pretty well, but it can be better. There's been some plays where we haven't executed what the scheme that we have in, and those are the frustrating ones. If you execute doing what you're supposed to do, and they score, you tip your cap to them. But too many breakdowns for my liking. Not egregious, but so these are the playoffs, so every possession matters.
Is the game plan too much, too little?
No.
Coach, looking at Eric, you had said he could easily get it going, and he did the other night. What do you feel like led to him finally clicking back?
It's just a matter of time.
Okay.
I mean, he's been in a bit of a slump towards the end of the season with how he's shooting basketball, but like I said, like guys like that don't stay down too long. You just got to continue to generate good shots within the rhythm of our offense, and we saw that.
I didn't even realize after the game that Royce didn't take a shot. What when you go back and look at the film, what led to that?
Yeah, he didn't pass any up either, though. I mean, it's just going to take what's the shots that the defense gives you. The ball movement and the defense generates or dictates. Who's going to be left open, and the ball didn't find him in that game.
Frank, you down to one situation where you want to change things and just kind of stay with one match.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to win one game. Whether it's game one, that's the approach. Game three, that's the approach. We're up 2 or down 2. I mean, we're evaluating what's happening on the floor and what the matchup looks like, and putting in the right plan to win game 3.
With Eric bouncing back, Drew having some good minutes there in game 2. Obviously, the series shifting to home, and role players play better at home. That's saying how important is it for those guys to build on what they kind of found in game 2.
Yeah, we need everybody to play well, and those role players. And if we decide to go deeper into our bench, everyone's got to be ready and come in and contribute.
What has Drew done basically to help you guys defensively, such what he brings as a lob threat on offense.
Yeah, just the rebounding and physicality, screen setting. You know what I mean? He's one of our tougher guys, and you know, we need that in this series. It's a big, strong, physical team. So, you know, his you know, the force with which he plays with, you know, the not only the toughness but and athleticism, but you know, the speed at the big position. You know, him rolling behind their defense, running the floor, being active on the boards. You know, I think all those things are ways where Drew contributes.
When you talk about going deep, possibly deeper into the bench, is Bol a situation where, because his ability to
Consider
stretch the
everyone.
floor, yeah,
Yeah.
just maybe what he would bring in a series where you haven't been generating the threes that you want.
Yeah, I mean, he's just offensively, you know, he's a gifted guy, you know, that can shoot threes, that can you know, make plays when we get the defense in rotations, and he can help us on the boards as well, you know.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.